Hi, well, I wanted to make a video explaining to all of the girls out there how you deserve to be treated. Because I just got out of a relationship that was almost a year, and the majority of that year I spent crying. And it was horrible, and it was terrible, and he made me feel like I was such a horrible person when I really wasn't, when I really gave him all that I could, and I made him as happy as I possibly could, and I was there with him through everything. And if you're in a relationship like that, and he doesn't make you feel like you're absolutely perfect and treated like how you should be, like you're a princess and the world is fucking shining out of your ass, you don't need to be with him. And I, myself, learned that the hard way. Because he was my first serious relationship, and he broke me. He really did. Because after almost a year together, he told me he just had no feeling for me, he didn't want me anymore, and the next day, I got on Twitter, and he was already with New Girl, calling her baby, telling her how perfect and beautiful she was. And when I talked to him about it, he said, "I left you. I don't have to keep you posted." So that's when I took the action to destroy everything of him. Every single thing I had of him, I destroyed it. And if you're in a relationship like a relationship that I was in, I don't know you, but I am begging you and praying for you that you will get out of it, because it's not worth it. You think that it's going to change because you just love him so much? You think he'll change for you because you think he loves you just as much? He won't. I spent 11 months of my life thinking he would change and hoping he would change because he loved me so very, very much. And he didn't. He didn't love me. He didn't care. I was just there whenever he wanted me to be there. And it's terrible and it hurts. And I know how it feels, and I know that it's hard, and I know you don't want to do it, because I spent so many months of our relationship just trying to change it, and it never did. Nothing changed. He never changed. Everything was always the same. It was constant. It was pain. It was tears. It was your fault. No, it was your fault. You fucked up. You pissed me off. You're a stupid bitch. I fucking hate you. And it's not worth it, because in the end, it's just gonna be worse. After you stay with them for so long, they'll destroy you. If they're that type of person, they won't care the slightest bit how much you're hurting. And no matter what it is you do, whether if you cry every day, you want to kill yourself, you cut, you hate your life, you never leave your room, you starve yourself, you just give up on life, they won't care. They won't care at all. They will sit there and they'll tell you through the whole thing, "I love you and I care about you," but when it comes time for them to love you and care about you the most, they won't be there. They won't care. They'll watch you fall, and they'll listen to you cry and sit there in silence, and they'll sit there and they'll feel absolutely nothing, because that's just them. They're heartless, they're worthless, they're cold, and they're evil, and they're cruel. And a few days ago, when we did end up breaking up, because this recently happened, it happened exactly a week ago today, 7 days. A few days ago, I decided to write about it, and some of the things that I wrote, I hope could help you. I mean, the first thing that I had to say was, one day I'll hurt him how he hurt me, and I don't care what it takes, and it'll feel like I cut open his chest while he's fully awake, clenched his cold heart in my hands as tight as I could, and ripped it the fuck out, and I'll smile looking into his evil, cruel eyes and walk away with it, and someday you'll hurt how I did. And someday, after realizing maybe it'll happen, but for the most part it should, someday they'll look at you when you're happy doing what you love, no matter what it is. For me, it's dancing. I love to dance, and that makes me happy and makes me feel like myself, and hanging out with my friends and just doing my own thing. And when they see you doing that, and they see that you're happy and that you're okay without them, that they don't have that hold on you anymore, that they don't hurt you anymore, it'll hurt them, because they'll realize that after having such a tight grip on you for so long, you got it off. You're you now, and it'll hurt them. And another thing that I had to say, that a very close friend of mine, I read it to her, and she sat on the phone with me and cried after she heard it, because she went through something very similar to what I did, and she thought it was so relevant and helped her so much, and I hope that it'll help you as much as it helped her. I don't need him anymore, and I'm happy without him, and my fuel is my anger and determination, and I'll show him that I'm okay, and someday I'll find somebody who truly loves me, somebody that loves everything about me, who'll support whatever it is that I want to do, somebody who'll see my scars and not be angry, someone who'll make sure that I have no reason to create more. He'll be somebody who'll want to go to the shows with me and listen to my music, somebody who doesn't hate those who are important to me and is comfortable around my family. We'll stay up late and look at the stars and sit there with a cigarette and a cup of tea. He'll hold me in his arms and tell me how much I mean to him, and he'll kiss me on the forehead and tell me that I'm beautiful. He'll come to all my dances and take me out on a dirt bike, and he'll take me out and be proud to call me his. He'll show me off and will make everyone jealous of our love. We'll go on late-night adventures and for long car rides just to go, and we'll shower together, sleep in each other's arms, play with Summer and Tyson. We'll make art together, even though our love itself would be art enough, and we'll play Xbox all night and have paint fights and longboard down the beach. He'll pick me up and swing me around, and we'll dance together, and we'll sing to each other. I'll rub his back and he'll rub mine. We'll take care of each other. Whenever I need him, no matter what time or where I am, he'll be there, and he won't be scared to commit to me, and he won't have the need to lie to me, because there'll be nothing to lie about. We'll wake up in the morning, me in his shirt and him in his boxers, and we'll make breakfast, and he'll love me just as much as I love him, and the entire world will know. We'll climb trees and make fires and talk about our futures, what we want in life. He'll love all the little things, and so will I. I'll love the way his hair falls, the way his eyes sparkle, and how his smile will light up the world. His voice will be my favorite song, and his laugh will make my heart skip. He won't hurt me, but he'll understand that I have been hurt. He'll buy me flowers and write on little sticky notes, just things to make me smile, and we'll decorate the house together, and we'll love it. And someday, when we have kids, he'll actually love us both. Vincent was never anything like that, and I'll find it, and someday I'll be actually happy. I am sorry. Makes me emotional. But that's what I want. I want to find someone that'll do that with me. And you deserve to find someone that'll do all the little things that you love with you. Because you deserve it. You really do. You don't deserve to be hurt and in pain because of someone who doesn't really matter. Someone that can lose you in an instant and feel nothing. Not miss you, not love you, not care how you feel. Because the boy that I was with, I talked to him a few days ago, and I sat on the phone with him, and I cried. And I told him how much I did love him, and I still do love him. No matter how much he's hurt me, I do. And it takes everything in me not to call him and not to text him, and it took everything that I had to delete all the 300 pictures that we had and the 15 videos that we had, and not to listen to songs and think about him, even though I still do. And I sat there and I told him how much that I missed him. And he told me, without any sound of pain or regret for what he'd done, I don't love you anymore, and I don't miss you at all. After so long being with someone, I don't understand how they can just do that, how you can just not miss them and all of a sudden just not love them anymore. But I guess people are just like that. They can just do that, and they're okay. But one day, I'll find someone and we'll look back on this, and he'll tell me how much I didn't deserve to feel the pain that I do. And he'll tell me that I'm beautiful, and he'll actually make me feel like I am. Because if you're with someone and they make you feel like you're not beautiful, like you aren't good enough for anything, then they aren't good enough for you. And their heart isn't beautiful enough for you. And they're cruel, and they're evil, and some people in the world are just like that. They just hurt people. And maybe it's because they hurt themselves, and they want others to feel some sort of pain like they do. But it's not okay. It's not okay to treat someone like that, no matter what the circumstances are. It's not okay to hurt someone, no matter what the reason. It's not okay to emotionally destroy someone, because that stuff that you say will stick with them forever. Like, some of the things he's said about me are unspeakable and terrible and horrible, and they're rude and they hurt. And one thing that I should have seen many, many months ago was that the only thing that this boy knows how to do is lie. About every single thing that there is, he lies. And I should have known that. I should have saw that and left then. And I should have realized that I was too good, but I didn't. I stayed through everything. All the times he fucked up so bad, when he fucking damn near ruined his life, who was fucking there for him? I was. His friends, they weren't there. His family, they weren't there. I was there. And I tried everything I could to make him feel like how I saw him. And then I saw him as the most beautiful, wonderful, perfect thing I'd ever seen. But that was just because of the good times that we did have. Because there were good times, but there were too many bad times too. Because being in a relationship shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be a struggle to be with someone. And I didn't see that. And if someone that you're with ever just continuously lies or says you can't do something but they can, you need to leave, because you'll sit there for months and months and think it'll change, he'll understand someday, he'll get it through his head, he'll understand, he'll change, I know he will, but he won't. I can promise you that he won't, because that's what I thought for 11 months, that someday he'd stop lying to me, and someday I'd be the important thing in his life over fucking drugs, his fucking bike, and his goddamn friends. And I never was. He lied to me so he could do the drugs, ride his bike with his friends, when he could have just told me, been straight up and said, Aaron, I want to see my friends today. I'll hang out with you tomorrow or this weekend. No, that's never what happened. He just lied about it. And I need whoever ever sees this video to know that if you ever go through anything like this, that you need to get out. You need to leave. And it'll be hard, and it'll be really difficult, and it'll hurt, and you'll cry, and you'll cry, and you'll cry, and you'll cry. But in the end, I promise you, it'll be better than it was. And you won't hurt as much as you did. And you'll be happy, and you'll do the things that you love, and you'll be you. You'll find the person you were before you were with that person that destroyed you. And maybe, hopefully, if you can see this video before it gets too deep into it, and before it's too late, it can help you, and it'll save you. Because it's hard, and it hurts, and you won't want to do it, and it'll be okay. Because I just know it will. Because after a week of sitting there, hating everything, hating myself, hating my life, thinking I was never good enough, thinking that I couldn't make him happy, I realized I was probably the best thing that he'd ever find. Because there's not a single person that I've ever met that would stay through the things that I did. They would never put up with the bullshit, and they wouldn't give a fuck what that guy had to say to them. They wouldn't take it. They wouldn't hurt like I did. They wouldn't let themselves. And I just realized that I'm too good. Even though for a very long time he made me feel like every single horrible thing I thought about myself was so true, it's not. Because I can see myself in every lighting, in every second of the day, and look at myself and say, I was too good for him. I gave him the world, and he took it. He didn't ever, he just took it for granted. He took me wanting to give him happiness and everything that I could for granted. He stole it from me. He stole so much from me. He stole my sanity. He stole my heart. He fucking just stole everything. Because I'm not the same person I was. And I probably won't be for a while, but I will be. Someday, I will be who I was. And so will you. And this video is getting real long, so I'm gonna have to stop. And I just hope that this can help you. And if you ever think it's necessary to talk to me and you need help, my Tumblr and my Twitter will be in the description. And I don't even know if YouTube still has messages and shit on here, but if it does, you can send them and I will reply to them. And just remember to stay strong, that you are beautiful.